And now, Internet Everything proudly presents Cinderella, based on the story of Cinderella. Once upon a time, there lived a young girl named Cinderella. Cinderella had 4 ugly, mean stepsisters named Cinderella, Ramona, and Ophelia. Zaria, Ella, Ramona, and Ophelia made Cinderella do all the chores. "Sweep the floors! Wash the dishes!" said Zaria, Ella, Ramona, and Ophelia. One day, the king of Nunville's messenger said, "Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Nunville is going to throw a ball. And whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Nothing." Zero is not welcome, though. Her 4 mean stepsisters are. Zaria said, "Prince Nothing is going to marry me." Ella said, "No way, Zaria. He's going to marry me." Ramona said, "Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me." Ophelia said, "All 3 of you are wrong. He's going to marry me." Later, Cinderella is so sad that she cannot go to the ball and Prince Nothing. Her fairy godmother asks what's wrong. "Why are you crying, Cinderella?" Cinderella answers, "I want to go to the ball and marry Prince Nothing, but I'm not welcome." Cinderella's fairy godmother said, "I can help out with a bit of magic." She waved her magic wand and said to do all the chores, "Knittity, knottity, noo." But she's not done yet. She also turned Cinderella's do-rag and red dress into a gown and crown. Cinderella said, "I've never seen such a wonderful gown. And get a load of my glass slippers." And the fairy godmother said, "I'm not done yet. To get to the ball, you're going to need a vehicle. Go find a watermelon." Cinderella picked a nice round watermelon. Knittity, knottity, noo. Her fairy godmother chanted the magic word, waved her magic wand, and turned the watermelon into a coach drawn by 4 horses. Cinderella said, "Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you?" The fairy godmother said, "Have fun, my sweets, but I would warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken." Cinderella accepted the warning. Later, at the ball, Prince Nothing is wondering who he should marry. Zaria, Ella, Ramona, and Ophelia said all together, "He's walking towards me!" But he's not walking towards any of them. He's walking towards Cinderella. Cinderella and Prince Nothing dance happily together. But later, Cinderella realized this all was mistake, so she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Nothing is worried that she might never see Cinderella again. So he traveled all around the neighborhood to find her, bringing the glass slipper with him. He knocked on the door where Cinderella and her 4 mean stepsisters lived. Prince Nothing said, "Hello, ladies. I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on this glass slipper?" Zaria is first, but her foot is too big. Ella is next, but her foot is too small. Ramona and Ophelia did the same thing, but none of their feet fit. Suddenly, Prince Nothing noticed this Cinderella sweet singing. Zerorella said, Prince Nothing, is that you? Prince Nothing said, of course it's me. And the glass slipper fits her. Zerorella gets so excited because she's happy to have Prince Nothing back. And Prince Nothing and Zerorella lived happily ever after. The end. And I hope you enjoyed this story, Underdoers. Take care. Bye. And now, Introduce Everything proudly presents 25-erella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a bit of a twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young woman named 25-erella. 25-erella had 10 ugly, mean, and wicked stepsisters named Tina, Winona, Elena, Nina, Tanya, Yudina, Fiona, Isabella, and Verona, and Erica. All 25 of them made 25-erella do all the chores and watch her work. 25-er wench! Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all, said Tina to Erica all together. One day, the king of Queen Vigitumlingham's messenger arrives and says, Hear ye, hear! Hear ye, hear ye! The king of Queen Vigitumlingham is going to throw a ball with lots of food at 9 o'clock. At 11 o'clock is dance time, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Queen Vigitupling. Can I come? Asks 25-erella, but she's not welcome. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are. Tina and Erica are. He's going to marry me, said Tina, the oldest stepsister. No way, Tina, you're wrong. He's going to marry me, said Winona. Both of you are wrong. He's going to marry me, said Elena. The rest said, all three of you are wrong. He's going to marry me. They then tear 25-erella's best party dress. Later, 25-erella is so sad, upset, and distraught about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Queen Vigitupling. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and comforts her. There now, 25-erella. I can help with a bit of magic. And so, she chants the magic words. Quintity, vigitantity, quinto, quantity, vigitantity, quinvoo, and waves her magic wand. Because of that, 25-erella's chores are all done, and her best party dress is fixed and grown bigger and better. 25-erella says, I've never seen such a Queen Vigitupling-tastic gown! And get a load of my glass slippers. But 25-erella, this fairy godmother's not done yet. She said, 25-erella, go fetch me a pumpkin. Luckily, 25-erella has 25 pumpkins and 50 mice. 25-erella's fairy godmother chants the magic words. Quantity, vigitity, quantity, vigitantity, quinvoo, and waves her magic wand again to turn the 25 pumpkins into a handsome coach, and the 50 mice into horses. 25-erella's climbs into the coach. Her fairy godmother says, Have fun, 25-erella, but I would warn you. Return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will change back to the way it was before. And so, 25-erella accepted the warning. Meanwhile, at the ball, Prince Queen Vigitupling was wondering who he should marry. Tina, Winona, Elena, Nina, Tanya, Yadina, Fiona, Isabella, Verona, and Erica say all together, "He's walking towards me!" But he's not walking towards any of them. Prince Quinn Tumbling is walking towards 25 Arella. "May I have this dance?" asks Quinn Tumbling. To which 25 Arella responds, "I would be delighted." Prince Quinn Tumbling and 25 Arella dance happily together. But later, 25 Arella realizes almost midnight, so she scurried out of the ball. And she was running so fast that she lost one of her glass slippers. Prince Quinn Tumbling was so worried that he might never see 25 Arella again. The king of Quinn Tumbling and comforts him by saying, There now, son. I think we'll be able to find 20 around," he said. And so, they began their journey all around the neighborhood to find 25 Arella, and brought the only glass slipper with them. By the time they arrive, they knock on the door of the house where 25 Arella and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters lived. But instead of 25 Arella, they find her 10 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters. Tina to Erica. Prince Quinn Tumbling then says, "Ladies, my father and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you draw on this glass slipper?" Tina is first, but her foot is too big. Winona is next, but her foot is too small. "Nonsense! It fits!" she said. The rest did the same, but none of their feet are the right size. Suddenly, the Prince Quinn Tumbling and the King and Queen Tumbling hear 25 Arellas singing, "Prince Quinn Tumbling, is that you?" 25 Arella hollered excitedly, "And the glass slipper fits!" And 25 Arella, Prince Quinn Tumbling, and the King of Quinn Tumbling lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrew's Doers. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share on Andrew Does Everything. And buy our merchandise at AndrewDoesEverything.com. Take care. Bye. And now, Andrew's Doers, Andrew Does Everything proudly presents 74 Arella. It is based on the story of Cinderella with a plot twist. Let's tell you the story, shall we? Once upon a time, there was a young woman named 74 Arella. 74 Arella had 11 ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters named Sophia, Estrella, Veronica, Emma, Nina, Tasha, Yadina, Fiona, and Ursula, and Ramona. All of them constantly made fun of 74 Arella and made her do all the chores. 74 wench! Sweep the floors, wash the dishes, do it all! Said Sophia, Estrella, Veronica, Emma, Nina, Tasha, Hannah, Yadina, Fiona, Ophelia, Ursula, and Ramona all together. One day, the king of Quarter 700 messenger arrives and says, Hear ye, the king of Quarter 700 is going to throw a ball, and whoever has the most beautiful gown and crown shall marry his son, Prince Quarter 700 Tumbling. But 74 Arella is not welcome. Her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters are Sophia, Estrella, Veronica, Emma, Nina, Tasha, Yadina, Fiona, Ophelia, Ursula, and Ramona ran with huge excitement. Picked out dresses towards the ball, but argue over who Prince Quarter 700 Tumbling marry fall in love with. He's going to marry me, said Sophia, the oldest stepsister. Estrella said, no way, Sophia. He's going to marry me. The rest disagree and say, no, Prince Quadricepta is going to marry me. Later, 74-Rella is so sad, distraught and upset about not going to the ball and marrying Prince Quadricepta. Whatever will I do? She whimpered. Suddenly, her fairy godmother arrives and comforts 74-Rella by saying, there, now, my dear sweet 74-Rella. I can help with a bit of magic. And nobody will know it's you, and you'll become a princess. And so she waves her magic wand. Because of that, 74-Rella's chores are all done. But her fairy godmother is not done yet. She said, 74-Rella, go fetch me a pumpkin and some mice. Luckily, 74-Rella has 74 pumpkins and 48 mice. 74-Rella's fairy godmother waves her magic wand again to turn the 74 pumpkins into a handsome coach. The 148 mice into horses. And then, 74's attire into a princess attire, and a pair of glass slippers appear on her feet. 74-Rella says, I've never seen such a quadricepta-tastic gown. And I love my new glass slippers. Fairy godmother, how can I ever thank you enough? And glancing to coach, 74-Rella's fairy godmother says, well, you can't, but have fun, 74-Rella, my dear sweets. But I will warn you, return home before midnight, or the spell will be broken, and everything will change back to normal, and gives her a clock to tell her what time it is. And so, 74-Rella accepted the warning and climbed in. At the ball, the king of Quadricepta says, good evening, everyone. My son, Prince Quadricepta was wondering who to marry. Isn't that right, son? In which Prince Quadricepta responds, yes, father. Suddenly, 74-Rella was at the ball just in time. Sophia, Estrella, Veronica, Emma, Nina, Tasha, Irina, Fiona, Ophelia, Ursula, and Roma say, he's walking towards me all together. But he's not walking towards any of them. Prince Quadricepta is walking towards 74-Rella. You must be 74-Rella. May I please have this dance? Asks Prince Quadricepta, in which 74-Rella responds, overjoyed, yes! They sing, and now 74-Rella and Prince Quadricepta sing 74 times you and me as they dance. Come on, 74-Rella, let's dance together. We'll be best friends forever. Who else could it be than you and me? And then, come on, Prince Quadricepta, let's dance together. We'll be best friends forever. Who else could it be than you and me? But soon, 74-Rella checks her clock and it's almost midnight. So she scurried out of the ball, and she was running so fast that she lost both her glass slippers. The next day, the king at Quadricepta and Prince Quadricepta began their journey all around Quadricepta to find 74-Rella, who captured Prince Quadricep took Jumbling's heart and brought the 2 glass slippers she lost with them. By the time they arrived, Prince Quadricep Jumbling knocks on the door at the house where 74ella and her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters live. But instead of 74ella, they find her ugly, mean, wicked stepsisters, Sophia to Ramona. Prince Quadricep Tumbling then says, "Ladies, my father, the king of Quadricep Tumblingham, and I have a favor to ask. Can any of you try on these 2 glass slippers? Sophia is first, but her feet are too big. Estrella is next, but her feet are too small." "Nonsense! They fit!" she said. The rest are the same, but none of their feet are the right size either. Just then, Prince Quadricep Tumbling and the king of Quadricep Tumbling have noticed 74ella. She looks rather familiar. As she tried the 2 glass slippers, they fit, resulting in 74ella becoming Prince Quadricep Tumbling's princess. "Prince Quadricep Tumbling, is that you?" she hollered excitedly. 74ella, my dear daughter-in-law, we found you!" exclaimed the king of Quadricep Tumblingham. And now, Prince 74ella, Prince Quadricep Tumbling, and the king of Quadricep Tumblingham lived happily ever after. The end. I hope you enjoyed this story, Andrews Doers. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share Andrew Knows Everything, and buy our merchandise at AndrewKnowsEverything.com. And I did 75rella yesterday. That's the previous one in the 70s. So I've also been making the number Cinderella parodies that are in between 70 and 80, a bit of a tradition. So you want to see 70-something-erella? Maybe this could be a daily tradition to complete the 70s. Take care. Bye.